something there. All right, our next guest understands what it means to be bullied. It's actually the reason he became a professional boxer. He talks about his struggles as a kid in his latest book, When the Lights Go Out, From Survivor to Champion. Please welcome retired Texas heavyweight boxer David Rodriguez. Good morning. Wow, okay, when you say you were bullied, it's hard to believe. Look at this right here.
I was always like
who's brave enough? But you weren't always a big kid.
No. I was, yeah, I was when I was growing up, I was like the first time I got my butt kicked, I was on the playground by a girl.
You got beat up by a girl?
Yeah, so, my dad saw that. He's like, no. So he took me to the boxing gym, and where I grew up in El Paso, it's very, I use the word machismo. Mm-hmm. The big sports there is like soccer.
Yeah.
And that would be MMA, but back then it was boxing, and he took me to the ghetto gym and left me there, and he said,
learn, fend for yourself, right?
And then that was it.
Yeah, but the tough part about being bullied, because you kind of you had to belong someplace. And one place you did not want to belong was with the gangs, and they didn't like that. Well,
El Paso is very diverse, and like the school that I went to, I don't know what the problem was with the zoning, but it was like you had the projects and then you had the suburban area, like right next to each other.
Yeah.
So all the kids,
and that caused conflict.
Yeah, we all went to the same school.
Yeah.
So we had gangs, and then we had like the preppy kids all together. Right. So it made no sense.
Yeah.
And I don't know where I fit in. I was kind of like the middle class kid that I don't know. Did I want to be in a gang or did I want to be just left alone? But I mean,
You would eat lunch in the bathroom.
Yeah, I mean, there were so many kids that were after me. I would have to go eat my lunch and I would watch the kids' feet run, looking for me, and I'd be in the bathroom stall eating my lunch.
Yeah.
And after a while, that gets old.
Yeah, we're kind of laughing about it, but take us back to how that made you feel. I was bullied. I was always kind of the overweight, strange little girl who's always the new girl, and for some reason people would just pick on me, and I was so scared. And Kate, I remember her name. In the showers, 6th grade, and she said she was going to beat me up. And Kate was like about 2 feet taller than everybody else. And so we got in the shower, and I was shaking. And she went to hit me, and I put my hand up like this, and she slipped on a bar of soap. And everyone thought, Deborah beat up Kate, and so like, watch out for me, right? And I couldn't beat up anything. But I remember I felt sick to my stomach.
Yeah, it was terrifying for me, but it's like they say you can kick a dog for so long when it's down, and then it gets back up and it's a killer.
Yeah, it causes lots of pain.
That's what happened to me. So, from looking back on my boxing career, I was like, what made me do this?
Yeah,
it's such a crazy, insane sport. Like, why? What possessed me to do that? And then as I wrote the book, I looked back and I was like, wow. It was because I was tormented as a kid. Yeah. And then that led me into being a great fighter.
As barbaric as it can look to some people.
Yeah, it's barbaric. It's barbaric.
It is. Yeah. It is discipline. It's like using your head. It's more than just strength, right?
It's a lot of discipline. I mean, I was in the gym 8 hours a day. Every day. Yeah. So.
You had all kinds of things. I mean, throat slit in a bar fight, 369
that's what
stitches.
changed my life. I was 36-0. I was getting ready to fight for the heavyweight championship of the world. I was in negotiations. I walk out of a bar and some people came behind me and they slit my throat.
Wow.
And my life almost ended, and then my friend got stabbed too, and then my whole career just went upside down. Yeah.
I remember George Foreman saying, growing up here, that he was an angry kid because he was hungry half the time, right? He didn't have enough food.
I think I just had issues.
Yeah, right. You said issues. But the point he was making is that
I don't know what my problem was there.
The point he was making was that he could have gone off the rails, but boxing is also something that gave him a sense of commitment and discipline.
It takes, it'll only be as loyal to you as you are to it. Yeah. Boxing, there is no halfway. You're not 1 foot in and 1 foot out. It's a sport that you better give it your all or don't do it.
Yeah.
I look back and I'm like, I wish I could have.
In there like half throwing a punch, right?
I look back now and I asked my dad, I'm like, why didn't you take me to the golf course today? Why did you make me do this? It's like, why did I have to get in the ring? Like, fight these guys that are bigger than me.
But lessons you learned from it, and why you thought, when the lights go out, why you really wanted to write this book, and who do you want to impact with this book?
Well, what I noticed about this book as I wrote it, it's cyclical. It's a journey. It's a spiritual journey, and now I'm an advocate for bullied kids. I go speak to kids at schools, big gymnasiums, packed with people and kids, and I tell them my story.
They can't believe you were bullied.
Well, the beginning of the book is a lot about how I got in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
I was always a kid that was apologizing in front of the class. And then I look back, and at the end of the book, I'm the guy in front of the class now wearing a suit and tie, talking to the kids, and I'm like, wow, like God has the last laugh, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So it's like, so I.
What do kids share with you about, especially kids who have been bullied, and what impact you have on them?
You know, I see nothing wrong with self-defense. You know, I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. It's a different animal these days because now kids are dealing with cyberbullying.
Yeah.
So they got to have someone they can open up to, and the suicide rate is through the roof.
Yeah.
And it's like you got to have someone you can open up to and talk to, and you got to have mentors. I was fortunate to have mentors. Well, one of them was a police officer who used to pick me up from calls, and then he started taking me to the boxing gym. So he saved my life. So he told me, I'm sick of arresting you. I'm going to take you to the boxing gym. He took me every day to the boxing gym. It's because of him.
Wow, that's pretty cool. But you're right. Studies will show that if at least one adult intervenes in a child's life, it can completely change
but
that.
The kid has to recognize it and not push him away, or he or she away.
Yeah, they can be closed down. All right, when the lights go out. Thank you for taking your passion and sharing it with kids in particular.
And don't miss Inateca Rosa.
Yes, you're doing a book signing.
Tonight I'll be doing a book signing in Inateca Rosa.
Yes,
the Italian restaurant is delicious.
You can meet David, and that book signing again is tonight at 6:30 at Inateca Rosa Italian Restaurant and Wine Bar. The first 100 guests will receive a free autographed copy of his book, When the Lights Go Out. And for more information, visit greatdayhouston.com. Okay, let's do it right here. Come on, let's go.
Oh, man.
Thank you.